If I die, yeah. For real, Trey, more music. If I die young, yeah, hearing me a sentence. Lay my body down in the bed for the roses left. Take me by the river, yeah. Oh, take me by the river, yeah. Oh, take me by the river, yeah. Oh, take me by the river, yeah. If I die young.
My music was my escape. It was my therapy before I had a therapist. So anything that I was going through, I just put it in my music. Breakups, loss, my father passing away, dealing with the things that I went through as a child. I just found ways to put it in my music to express myself, to express my emotions and just to get that out. In the beginning, I found it hard to tell my story because like I was more concerned about what people thought about me or what would people think about me. But the older you get, the more you realize like it doesn't really matter about what people think about you. It's about what you think about yourself. And I had to realize that I was going through life being so afraid of what people thought about me that I wasn't even living. Once you hit a certain point in your life when you don't give a fuck no more, like you can just be your honest, authentic self, man. You don't give a fuck about what people think about you, how you talk, how you walk, how you dress. You just living in your skin. My story is to never give up on yourself. You're gonna go through a lot of things in life. Life is built to break you, but only a few people make it through this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't make it through life like unscathed. You know what I mean? Like we all got battle scars and stuff like that, man. But don't give up on yourself. Keep going regardless of anything, man. Keep going and never ever give up on your dreams, man. Just keep pushing through. Even when there's times where I was on my last leg and I was like, you know, this shit, I'm finna give up. It was always something in me to be like, nah, you right there. You right there. Keep going. Keep going. So my advice to anybody, if you down and you feel like you want to give up on yourself, don't find a reason to keep going. It could be something small. Find a reason to keep going and don't give up on yourself. Songwriting helped me a lot because even before songwriting, I just used to write in my journal. So writing in my journals, I have multiple journals, man. But writing in my journals, just writing down what I'm going through, the process, everything, it was always an escape for me. Writing turned into lyrics, and then it got to a point where I didn't have to write no more. I was just so full of emotion, the lyrics just came out of me. So I could just go in the studio and just punch in, say what I want to say, get it out. It feels better that way. It's freeing. Writing is cool, but like being able to express yourself without having to write things down, it's like a freeing feeling. I can't explain it. It's something about putting the pen to the pad and thinking and writing that takes away from that process of just letting it out. Like if you can understand it, like for the people who do music, I think they will understand what I'm saying. Like it's something very freeing and you can capture it because you're doing it in the moment. You're not really thinking. But so what I will say, writing did help me in my early on in my journey, but being able to step into a booth and just let it out, I think it saved me and it saved my music. I'm a very emotional guy. Like it used to be something I used to be ashamed of. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, crying. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's something I used to just keep to myself. I used to cry alone and shit like that. But now just like, that's who I am. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's been times I've been in the studio and I got hit with an emotion. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just like, but it made the music greater. It made the music greater, man. I got a song, 6 a.m. on Peachtree. I was crying on that record. Towards the end of the record, you can hear me crying. And but that is just emotion that came out. It catch you off guard, but it's real. I think it's important for an artist and as an artist to be real and authentic in your music because you don't know what your story can do for somebody else. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to write records about smoking and doing drugs and getting high if that's not something that I do because I don't know who I'm influencing. But if I can tell you about my life and tell you about the things that I've been through, I'm pretty sure somebody has been through the same things that I've been through and my story can help them. So that's the importance of being real and being authentic in your music. Because your story can save somebody's life. So that's why I try my best to be honest and be my authentic self in my music. And then, trust me, people can always tell when you're not being authentic in your music. It's a certain vibe that you get, a certain feeling that you get. You can just put on any of my music and you're gonna get a story. I didn't know that storytelling was something that I'll be great at, but I think the reason why I'm great at storytelling is because I'm telling my story. I'm not telling nobody else's story, I'm telling my story. So it's my canvas. I can paint this canvas however I want to paint it because it's my canvas. So the Terrence Rockmore album came to be. I was going through a lot at that time. We was driving down to Savannah and the Terrence Rockmore album it was therapeutic to drive and we talking about the music and you just like, you know, this next project, man, it gotta be big, but it gotta be authentic, it gotta be real. That's just kind of how it started. With certain records that I already had, it just kind of made sense. And I just wanted the world to see who I was as a person and as an artist. But more importantly, Not see me as Trey, see me as Terrence. Because at the end of the day, when I'm by myself, that's who I am. I'm Terrence. I'm not trying to be nobody else. I'm just trying to be myself. You know what I mean? So I was trying to express who I was as a person, as a man, as a brother, as a father. You know what I mean? Just show people who I am outside of music, but showing them that outside version of myself through my music. With the album Rockmore, I just gave everything that I was going through to that album. I was going through so much at that time. I had so many different things I wanted to talk about, so many different subjects that I wanted to touch on. I just dove right in. I dove right in, like with the situation with my father passing away, mental health, suicide, love, the Battle Cry records. I'm not giving up on myself records, but I'm gonna still pop my shit because I'm still me. Like it was so many different emotions that I was feeling. I just immersed myself in those feelings and I just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna let it all out on this album. And that's what I did. I'm still dealing with a lot of real life situations, but to be able to express myself and to get it out, it feels good because we live in a world now, man, where boys was raised not to cry. And as a man, you are taught not to show no emotion. So a lot of men are walking around here with pent up feelings and pent up emotions. They don't know how to get it out. The way I was getting it out was music. That was my outlet. Like as an artist or just a creative in general, you gotta have an outlet. You gotta have an outlet. Music did that for me. Every day for me is a battle, man. Because I'd be lying right now if I told you that I was okay. Because I'm not. I'm not okay. I still had those thoughts. So it's hard for me. It's hard for me. But music has been a major outlet for me. I don't know. Every day I wake up, the goal is to make it to the next day. My advice to you, man, is you just got to be yourself. You got to say fuck what everybody else think. And you got to be yourself, man. You got to be yourself. You just got to say fuck it. You gotta say fuck it, because regardless of if you not being yourself or if you are being yourself, you're gonna get judged regardless. So if I'm gonna be judged, I might well be judged being who I am. And why would you wanna be anybody else besides yourself? Because being you is what made you you. I choose me over anything else. And that's my advice to anyone out there that's having a hard time being themselves. Choose yourself over anything. Because at the end of the day, who you going home with is yourself. When you leave this earth, you're gonna leave with yourself. You can't take nobody with you. So leave, being yourself, and while you're here, be yourself. Live full, die empty.